Huh. Well, look at that. A derelict alien ship. Oh, hey, it's a door right here. Let's just go ahead.
Warning, warning, unauthorized entry. Warning, warning, moron alert, moron alert, moron alert.
Whoops. What is going on, guys and gals of the internet? And today in this video, we're going to be talking about Delta 13 issue number 2 from IDW Comics. So picking up where the last book left off, the people aboard the ship sent down the mechanical spider drone to try to get a video of this big asteroid that they landed on, where they came across this giant wall, and because it's got markings and stuff on it, they believe it was man-made. So, of course, some of the crew is hesitant, whereas the captain is all, let's go ahead and check it out. So, after they send the spider drone into an opening that they found, they immediately lose contact with it. And, of course, the captain says, let's go after it and see what happened. Boy, you figure after watching the movie Aliens and just going along the history, captains just aren't typically the smartest people on the ship. It's so much to the point you even wonder how they got to be in charge in the first place. But nonetheless, they do as they instructed, despite several of the warnings and from other members of the crew, especially from the character Sanders, who not only does a lot of the flying of the ship, but is also their medical person. So she is totally against it. She kind of really does come off as the Ellen Ripley type of this story, which even as we're into issue number 2, I'm pretty sure she's going to be what's essentially known in the horror world as the final girl. Because whereas the captain just decides to make a whole bunch of dumb choices, she seems to be a little more centered and say, let's do everything by procedure, by the book, and such like that. But, of course, she is not the captain, so she still has to follow captain's orders. So she does what she's instructed. She is set to stay on the ship, be on comms, just in case anything does go wrong while the captain and some of the crew are down there. So when they actually get down onto the surface there, they find the same opening that the droid went through. And when they get through there, they see that their drone has been just kind of, not so much impaled, but it kind of looks like it was caught up in some kind of mechanical type of webbing or something like that. It was a very interesting look and design. Looks like it's kind of starting to, meld into it a little bit. And they, of course, don't really know what happened, but nonetheless, the captain seems very intrigued about what's going on and wants to continue the search of this area. So as they dive even further into it, they eventually come across a human female, or at least we perceive her to be a human female, completely asleep, but in kind of like a Matrix styled. She's hooked up to all these cables and such like that, and the captain is all, well, let's get her down and get her back to the ship to get her medical attention. And of course, Sanders, she is totally against that. She's like, you do not even know if this girl is human. You don't know what kind of diseases or bacteria she could have. No human should have been able to survive out here for this long in space. This is just an overall bad idea. It's quarantine procedure, all that jazz. But of course, they are let in anyway. And then from there, the body of the lady, they lay her out in the medical table. Of course, Sanders is like, what did you do? Don't touch her. We don't know, again, what she may or may not have as far as bacteria and diseases go. But nobody really listens to her, and but nonetheless, she is still asked to, examine the woman, to see what's going on with her and stuff like that. Because since they disconnected her from the cables, it's made apparent throughout the remaining of the story in this issue is that she is slowly building up body heat until she reaches just way over the limit of where a person should be dead. And so the issue basically ends with everyone leaving the body alone, and then boom, her eyes open, they're completely black, and you just know it is about to go down. This chick is probably going to be something deadly, something dangerous, and I am super, super intrigued. And the way this story goes, if I had to say this is a cross of anything, I would definitely say this is a cross maybe between, so far at least, Alien and the movie Virus. For those who don't know what Virus is, it's a movie that came out in, I believe it was 97. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis, and like some alien, like an alien wave just went through past Earth and got into our satellites and stuff like that, and like beamed down to a ship where technology essentially became sentient, started coming to life and creating all these monstrosities. And the way I'm thinking about it, this seems to be where that story is going to go, where we're going to start seeing monstrosities of human and tech hybrids. And I gotta say again, the artwork serves the story very well. It's this nice watercolor paint styled look to it. The colors are very dark and cold where it needs to be. And you really get the sense that they are deep out in space and away from everybody else. So like the first issue, I definitely gotta say this is a book that I highly recommend if the sci-fi horror thing is what you like. And yeah, that's really the bulk of what I gotta say about this. I'm actually really excited about it. I'm excited for the third issue when it comes out, and I am going to score this book a 9.0. So definitely pick it up if you have not already. And as always, I'd like to thank Professor Bill here at Comic Book University for allowing me to bring this review to you all. And I also would like to say, if you like this review, please go check out my channel, Joseph's Books, for more reviews just like this one. Alright everyone, take care and have a great day. Bye.